All right, hi everyone, this is Paul from SpanishWithPaul.com, and in this video we're going to talk about the definite article in Spanish. Now, as you'll see, this works quite differently compared to what we're used to in English. So for that reason, it might feel a little bit strange at first. But as always, don't worry, because by the end of the lesson, you're going to feel very comfortable with it and comfortable enough to start using it in your own spoken Spanish right away. If becoming fluent in conversational Spanish is one of your goals for this year, then consider clicking the link above to download my free course books that go along with all of my YouTube lessons. You can also subscribe to my channel to get a brand new Spanish lesson from me every single Monday. So with that out of the way, let's get started. So first of all, we should talk about what is the definite article. Well, it's actually very simple. It's the word the. Now, many of you will start saying to yourselves right away, well, what could be more simple than that? Well, there are actually two reasons why the word the is more complicated in Spanish than it is in English. The first reason why is that there are four ways to say the word the in Spanish. We have el, la, los, and las. Now, each one of these means the, and they're not interchangeable. So in one case, one is right, and in another case, another one is right. The second reason why, and the one we're going to concentrate on in this lesson, is that the word the is actually used a lot more in Spanish than it is in English. And you'll find that native Spanish speakers frequently throw the word the into sentences where we wouldn't do it necessarily in English. So this is the strange part that we're going to have to embrace and get used to if we want our Spanish to sound as correct and as natural as possible. So let's get into some specific examples. Let's look at this sentence. It's simply, I like music. Now, to express I like is something we've already covered in previous lessons. In Spanish, that would be me gusta. Literally, to me, it is pleasing. Me gusta. Now, the word music in Spanish is música. Música. And it's a feminine word. So to say the music would be la música. Now going back to our example phrase, we had I like music. So straight away, you might be tempted to say me gusta música. However, to the ears of a native Spanish speaker, it would instantly sound wrong. That's because the correct way to say it is me gusta la música. So here's a good example of where the definite article is appearing, meaning the word the, in Spanish, where we wouldn't necessarily put it in English. Now, why this is important to know and embrace is because this happens everywhere in Spanish. So let's go into some deeper practice now. The word for sport in Spanish is deporte. Deporte. And this is a masculine word. So to say the sport would be el deporte. El deporte. So if we wanted to now say, I like sport, how would you do that? How would you say it? Me gusta el deporte. Here we are throwing in the definite article. The word for art in Spanish is arte. Arte. And again, it's a masculine word. So how would you say the art? El arte. Now we want to say, I like art. How would you say that? Me gusta el arte. Something else you might like in life is tranquility. And this in Spanish is tranquilidad. Let's go through the syllables. We have tran, quili. This sound here in the middle is quili, quili. Tranquilidad. And it's a feminine word. So to say the tranquility would be la tranquilidad. How would you say I like tranquility? Me gusta la tranquilidad. To express in my life would be en mi vida. En mi vida. Notice the strong B sound here over the V. So, en mi vida. How would you say I like tranquility in my life? Me gusta la tranquilidad en mi vida. Sometimes we also like excitement, and the word for that in Spanish is emoción. Really reminds you of the word emotion in English, and this is a common mistake that English speakers make when speaking Spanish, because emoción actually means excitement in Spanish. Emoción. This again is a feminine word. So how would you say the excitement? La emoción. Now say, I like excitement. Me gusta la emoción. I like excitement in my life. Me gusta la emoción en mi vida. We can also extend this by saying I like very much or I like a lot. Now, the word for very much or a lot is mucho. Mucho. So let's put it into an example. Do you remember the word for music? Música. And would you say el or la música? It's la música, a feminine word. Now, what we want to say is, I like music very much, or I like music a lot. Here, we have a structure to pay attention to. It would actually be, I like very much music. This is the correct or most natural way to express it in Spanish, structure-wise. So, I like very much music. How would you say that? Me gusta mucho la música. Literally, it would be, to me, it is pleasing very much, the music. As you can see, quite different to what we're used to in English. Let's do some more practice. Do you remember the word for sport? Deporte. And would you say el or la? El deporte. It's a masculine word. Now, how would you say, I like sport a lot? Me gusta mucho el deporte. What's the word for art? Arte. And is it masculine or feminine? El or la? El arte. It's a masculine word. How would you say, I like art very much? Me gusta mucho el arte. Naturally, we can also turn this around and say, I don't like. For that, you simply throw no at the front. So we get no me gusta. I don't like. How would you say, I don't like music? No me gusta la música. I don't like music very much. No me gusta mucho la música. I don't like sport. No me gusta el deporte. I don't like sport very much. No me gusta mucho el deporte. I don't like art. No me gusta el arte. I don't like art very much. No me gusta mucho el arte. The word for the beach in Spanish is la playa. La playa. As you can see, this is a feminine word. How would you say, I don't like the beach? No me gusta la playa. What's the word for Spanish? Español. This is a masculine word, so we get el español. How would you say, I don't like Spanish? No me gusta el español. What about, I don't like Spanish very much? No me gusta mucho el español. The word for beer is one of the most commonly known words in Spanish. It's cerveza. Cerveza. Again, we have a strong B sound here. Cerveza. And as you can see, it's a feminine word. So the beer would be la cerveza. How would you say, I don't like beer very much? No me gusta mucho la cerveza. Sometimes you might want to say something a bit stronger than I like and say I love. In Spanish, that would be me encanta. Almost like, to me, it is enchanting. I love it. Me encanta. How would you say, I love beer? Me encanta la cerveza. Again, you can see the same thing happening with the definite article being included. I love the beer. Me encanta la cerveza. How would you say, I love art? Me encanta el arte. I love sport. Me encanta el deporte. I love music. Me encanta la música. Do you remember the word for tranquility? Tranquilidad. Tranquilidad. And would you say el or la tranquilidad? It would be la tranquilidad. It's a feminine noun. How would you say, I love tranquility? Me encanta la tranquilidad. What's the word for excitement? Emoción. This again is a feminine word, so we would have la emoción. How would you say, I love excitement? Me encanta la emoción. How do you say, in my life? En mi vida. Now say, I love excitement in my life. Me encanta la emoción en mi vida. Something else we might say is I'm interested in. In Spanish, that would be me interesa. Literally, it is to me, it is interesting. Me interesa. We have interesa. Me interesa. This is I'm interested in. How would you say I'm interested in sport? Me interesa el deporte. Literally, to me, it is interesting, the sport. I'm interested in music. Me interesa la música. I'm interested in art. Me interesa el arte. We could also equally say, I'm not interested in. That would be no me interesa. No me interesa. How would you say, I'm not interested in sport? No me interesa el deporte. I'm not interested in music. No me interesa la música. I'm not interested in art. No me interesa el arte. Let's work with a new word and try to throw everything together now. The word is going to be astronomy. This in Spanish is astronomía. Let's look at the syllables. We have a-stron-o-mía. Astronomía. This is a feminine word, so the astronomy would be la astronomía. How would you say, I like astronomy? Me gusta la astronomía. What about, I love astronomy? Me encanta la astronomía. I'm interested in astronomy. Me interesa la astronomía. So here we have the complete set. We have me gusta, me encanta, and me interesa. In each case, we're going to throw in the definite article, meaning the word the in Spanish, even though at times it would sound quite strange to do that in English. It is correct to do it in Spanish. So far, what I've given you is really just a taste of how differently Spanish treats the word the when compared to English, because there's actually a lot more. Look at these examples. In English, we could say, I believe that humor is essential. Now, in Spanish, this would be, creo que el humor es esencial. Here you can see that the definite article is being thrown into the sentence structure. Creo que el humor. I think that the humor is essential. Here's another one. Compassion is important in life. That sounds completely natural in English. However, in Spanish, the translation would become la compasión es importante en la vida. Here you can see the definite article being thrown in two occasions. So literally, the compassion is important in the life. This is correct and natural sounding Spanish. If you were to translate directly from English, it would sound wrong to the ears of a native speaker without these definite articles being thrown into the structure. Now, to help you with this, there are specific rules you can follow to know when you will stick in the in Spanish and when you will leave it out. I've given you here just one rule to follow with me gusta, me encanta, and me interesa. And there are a lot more that we can follow. This is something that we cover in full in my main Spanish course. If you're serious about learning Spanish and want to become conversationally fluent, my main course, Spanish with Paul, is live and available for you now. Inside you'll get my complete course, none of which is available on YouTube, and also my personal attention to make sure you achieve conversational fluency in the fastest time possible. In short, if you like my free lessons on YouTube and the results they're giving you, then you'll love what I have for you inside the main course. You can click the link on the screen now to find out all the details. So with that said, I look forward to seeing you again in my next video.